Hi everyone, I'm Helen. I wanted to do this quick tutorial about how to add drop shadows to items on your colouring pages, because I think it gives the page depth and helps make the images pop out of the page a bit more. So just to help me explain, here are some wreaths. This one up the top has no shadow on it, so as you can see, obviously I've not coloured them in, it looks a bit, it's not lifted off the page. And here I have, these are digital shadows, I am going to colour in a second to show you. I have some shadows, just a thin amount. Now in this one the light source is coming from the top because the shadows are underneath. This one, the light source is coming from this side and putting a shadow here, and this one the light is coming from kind of here, but just to show you the difference, I've done a thicker shadow which basically allows the image, the wreath, to look like it's hovering higher above the page, above the background. Okay, and the same with these, the light's coming from here, and again I've put the shadow even further away and it's thicker even further away because yeah, again that shows the wreath is higher above the page. So what I have done is design some, if I can just pick this up, Christmas greetings gift tags. Now these are on my website. My website is helenclaireart.co.uk, where you can click on the image and download these, colour them in, print them out, colour them in, cut them out, make a puncture hole here, tie a little pretty ribbon, and use them on your presents at Christmas. I'll also post this onto my Facebook page, which is Helen Claire Art. So what I'm going to do is to demonstrate doing some drop shadows on this. Now I've already coloured, there we go, I've already coloured some in. You can see here no background and no shadows, so you know it looks fun, it looks nice and colourful, but this one has one tone background, a pale green pencil, and no shadows, but this one has a multi-toned green background and shadows, drop shadows under all the items, with the light coming from this direction. So you can see I've got the shadow there and there, 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 because the light's coming from here. Okay, the shadow's there and there. Okay, now it doesn't have to be precise, it just, in my opinion, has to be, I'm not very technically minded. If it looks right on the eye, I'm happy with it. So this was a pale green background. To create this background, I went over with a medium green up to roughly here, and then this section I went up to roughly here with a darker green. Obviously I was blending the colours together with some light tickling colouring. So to create shadows, a drop shadow, I would use a grey, which is quite a dark grey, and a black. Okay, you can do it with just a black if you don't have a grey in your pencil set. So again, I'm going to have the light coming from this direction. So let's pretend that this is the light and it's casting its light this way. So lightly, I'm going to tickle the page with a grey because I don't want a perfect edge. I want it sort of feathered so it looks a bit more like a shadow. Okay, so I'm just tickling the page, and again I'm going to do this one, and then hopefully you'll be able to see the difference that putting a shadow, a drop shadow on an image makes to your colouring pages. And it is really simple to do. As you know, it's one of those things, if you know how to do it, it's easy to do. This one's obviously a little bit trickier because I've got different sides here, and actually because of the light coming here and these are protruded, it's obviously a 3D star, I would actually have some dark there and dark there but it's up to you how, you know, elaborate you go. Just adding a little bit of shadow can make all the difference. Okay, I'll do a bit on this suite. I'm going to try and work fast, and again, when I do these tutorials, I end up colouring at an angle so that you can see the page, so it's not my natural angle to colour. And actually, I thought the other day, why do I generally do have light coming in from this direction. I wondered why I don't often do it from this way, and I think it's simply because I'm right-handed. So I'm just putting a bit of a shadow around here. Okay, so the light's coming in from here, so the shadow on the bell would be roughly here. Okay. Again, I'm just having it so that the shadows are close to the images rather than them really far away. Just gives a little bit of depth. This one, bit of shadow under there. So I'm still sort of tickling with the grey. I don't want it too dark. Forgot the stocking. Tickling so that it's not a perfect edge. Feathered. Little robin. Oh, excuse me, sniffing. Right, now to make it pop a little bit more, I don't know if you can tell on here, that's grey, and I've got some black there, which just makes it stand out even more. So with my black pencil on the edge, I'm going to have, it's not, again, I'm not doing it really a crisp, sharp line. I'm trying to make it so it's a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Furry. Okay, so I'm just doing a thinnish, furry black edge. It can be, you know, darker right, I'm pressing hard now, right on the edge of it, but I'm kind of feathering it out. The star. Okay, and I'm going to go across there a little bit. Oops, messed up. Well, across there a little bit, that's what happens when you colour sideways on, but amongst it all, I'll not notice. And a bit of black on the edges here. Bit of black here. So I'm pressing harder at the edge of the image and softer when I come away. And I think it's just the robin left. Okay, I think that'll do for the demonstration. So there we go, there's the difference of these gift tags. So this one is all done with the background. This one has a basic background. I mean, how I made it darker was basically go over the pale with a darker pencil, tickle this gently up here where it meets, press harder down here where I want it darker, and then went over this with a darker one again. So you get the idea. But you can see this is no background and the images are nicely jumping out of the page, but it would obviously look a bit more exciting with a coloured background. And this one is completely done, except I might put some glitter around the edge. And to show you how I did that edge very, very quickly, if I can grab a pen, to create this light effect, all I've done here, this is a Staedtler fine liner, bright red, and I just gently colour this solidly here and then gently do fine lines to leave some white, and that's the effect I got. And then these edges are darker. What I did was went over these edges with a deep red coloured pencil. And there you go. So if you want to download these freebie gift tags, print them out and colour them, and practice your drop shadows and use these for your Christmas gifts, then you're very welcome to. And just to show you what, oops, here it is, what the drop shadows look like in an actual picture, I have coloured this piece. You might have seen it on some of the colouring groups online from my book Inky Christmas, and there we go. I can't get it all in on camera, but basically lots of different elements. I've coloured a background and I've got drop shadows under each of the elements, which just gives the whole thing a lift as if the elements are hovering above the page. Thank you for watching.